What can we do to have better experiences when it comes to our emotions? How can we love ourselves and the people that are in our environment, in our homes, that we interact with every day? How can we have better experiences with them while we're going through emotional problems or emotional issues, emotional pain and mental strains? How can we have better experiences? As you're going through this lockdown, a lot of things are coming up for you, a lot of pain, a lot of trauma. You might not even see it as trauma, but it does affect you, and I'm sure it has affected you. I just wanted to share with you things that have helped me during this lockdown and how I dealt with it and how I've been managing the emotional pain that has been coming up for me. Maybe I might share with you something today that you haven't really thought about employing in your life. Hopefully this will help you. I realized that for me to love myself, I had to be aware of what was going on, because I cannot love something I don't know and I don't understand. I also feel that there is no self-love without self-awareness. There has to be a level of awareness. You need to know what you're loving, right? And if you're unconscious about it, you are loving the superficial cloak that you've got on yourself. To truly love yourself, you will need to be aware of what is going on internally with you. There can't be any self-love without self-awareness. I also believe that self-love will then breed unconditional regard and compassion. Unconditional regard for yourself, compassion for yourself. Self-awareness will breed empathy. It will breed understanding of yourself, empathy for yourself, and that extends to your environment, to the people in your life, or the situations that you experience in your life, because ultimately it's about having better experiences in life. What can we do to have better experiences? Getting to know yourself through self-awareness will trickle down to unconditional love and compassion, and self-awareness will trickle down to empathy. I think that we are not loving ourselves when we're having a hard time accepting situations, because in that moment we are not happy with the situation, so we can't see ourselves clearly in the eyes of that situation. There is not going to be any love surrounding that situation. When we resist how things are, we are not loving ourselves. When we resist what's going on, like with this lockdown, you want things to change, you're uncomfortable, it's not what you're used to, and so we resist. There can't be any love in resistance. When we feel desperate, we're not really in love with ourselves, because we want to change the situation that we're in. Maybe it is painful. When we feel we're not good enough, when we're doing or getting involved in a project and we feel we're not good enough to do what we're supposed to do, maybe in our work or as a mom or as a friend or a boss at work, when we feel like we want more than we have right now, we're not in love with ourselves. We don't love ourselves enough. We need to choose to let go of resistance, let go of the fight of what is, and be open to love, to loving ourselves. Self-awareness to me is one of the most important things. It really helps me when I'm going through a hard time, like these challenging times now during the lockdown. It really helps me make sense of what is going on, because I go into my heart, mind, and even my physical body and ask critical questions. What is going on? Before I ask, I recognize that I am feeling some type of way. That recognition, it helps me accept the situation. It helps me accept myself first, and then it helps me accept what's going on. because I'm aware of how I'm feeling. I'm aware, I can see how I'm feeling, and I understand what it is that I'm feeling. Then I know why I'm reacting or responding to this situation or this experience in front of me the way I am right now. And for me, there's nothing better than that in the world. It's all about not resisting what is. I like to go in and explore the emotions that are coming up for me. It really helps me let go of resisting what is and seeing my experience as the experience that is in this moment. Everybody is on urge. Everybody wants it to go away, right? Instead of fighting and pushing it away or fighting with the people at home or at work, accept the situation and say, this is my experience right now. This is what's happening right now. So what can I do to make it better? How can I apply myself in this experience in a way that I will feel better, in a way that feels good? How can I apply myself in this situation? So self-awareness really, really helps me. You can apply it in your own situation. If you're having trouble at home or in work or with your friends, or you've had a loss as well, you can apply this awareness of how you feel and recognize and accept it, and then apply yourself to the experience without a lot of manipulation. Because manipulation will cause resistance, and resistance causes more pain and more suffering and more of being uncomfortable. We are creating our own experiences anyway. So it's about the mindset. It's changing the mindset. Even though I'm saying apply yourself into the experience, ultimately that would have already started because it's in your head and it's in your heart. It's a mindset. It's changing your mind and seeing the situation differently, and that then gives that action of applying yourself differently, or that response to that experience differently. Accepting has been something that has been very helpful as well. I mean, it's very closely connected to self-awareness, because when you're aware of things, then you can understand them, and then you can choose to accept them or not, right? So for me, for example, with my partner, if we had arguments, I would go into myself, find out what is happening, what is it that I'm feeling, and then find out why I'm feeling this way, understand it, and then look at the situation with a different mind, because now I see why I was being that way. And then I look at the situation I'm in with my partner to recognize where he's coming from. Going back to that self-awareness breeds empathy for yourself and other people. The understanding of my emotions and why I behaved the way I did. I'm able to then look at him and say, oh, I see. I kind of see it. And even if I don't understand and see it, I will then ask him, because my mindset is different. I'm applying myself into the situation differently. I want to have a better experience in this moment. So what am I going to do? I'm going to look at myself, see what's happening with me. It is tough, it's not easy, but it takes practice. So in this moment, I'm going to look at myself. I'm going to ask him to talk about it, or to understand why he behaved that way. Then I'm able to stop the reaction and respond to life, to respond to the situation, so I can create that empathy for us, so I can have a better experience. Those three things for me have really helped me to get through this, a lot of the pain and issues and problems that came up during the lockdown. So I hope this is helpful for you, and if you're going through this, I empathize with you, and I want you to know that you're not alone. And also try and look within, because the answers are always going to be inside of you. You can change your mindset. Yes, it's hard when you're surrounded by the situation that sort of persists itself. But you can help yourself by changing the mindset, and you might just start seeing the situation differently and start responding to it differently so that you can have a better experience with it. Yeah. And also understand that we're all going through this lockdown together. We're all having different experiences. And if we go back to that example with my partner, I have to understand that he's going through an experience of this lockdown in his own way. He's having a complete different experience than I am. I may be living with him, but I am not inside of him, so I don't know what's really going on. And the only way I can know is first understanding me, so that I can then understand him, right? Understand why I'm behaving a certain way, then I can understand why he's behaving some type of way. And one thing you should know is that you will never really understand other people. You won't. And that's why accepting things really helps, because you let go. You accept it and you let go of it, because you realize that you have no control over it. The only thing you can do is to change your mindset so that you can have a better experience. Right. Thank you so much for watching this video today. I appreciate you so much. If you haven't yet subscribed, I hope that you've been inspired to click that button and subscribe to the channel and keep on supporting. Thank you so much. And also leave me a comment and let me know how you've been dealing with the lockdown. What sort of things came up for you and how did you deal with them? I really want to connect with you guys more, so let me know. Let's continue the conversation. And yeah, thank you for being here. Subscribe, share, like. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.